A young man drives a semi-trailer and travels to ancient times to show off. Pulled a full 5 tons of modern food, but he particularly likes to feed the princess ham sausage in order to become the son-in-law. The guy got a lot of weapons from modern times again. The equipment is deeply loved by the emperor. When competing with the envoy of the enemy country, the other side sacrifices a peerless sword that can cut iron like mud. The guy directly took out a 700 horsepower invincible chainsaw. In the blink of an eye, the sword was cut in half without effort. In order to unify the world, he broke into the enemy camp alone. Not satisfied with greeting with grenades, he took out a rocket launcher and scared the enemy monarchs and ministers to cede land and surrender. It turned out that a few days ago, the guy was hunted down by enemies. In desperation, he accidentally triggered the ancestral jade pendant. He actually passed through the wall. The guy was confused and thought he had come to a film set. He was just about to step forward to ask. Unexpected lie, the other party drew his sword and was about to kill him without saying a word. The soldier was about to take action when he was pierced through the chest by a sword. After checking, the guy realized it was Enta movie. It's real swords and guns. So he lay down and pretended to be dead in a fluke. At this time, Princess L came to check the battle situation. She saw at a glance that the guy was pretending to be dead. Did he rush to expose him and turned away? After a while, the guy saw that there was no movement around and prepared to slip away. The princess suddenly appeared and put a sword around his neck. She thought the guy was Aspie from the enemy country, so forced him to say the next plan. But in text back there was another soldier, pretending to be dead on the ground. He took the opportunity to shoot a poisoned arrow and wounded the princess. The princess turned around and street a BB-ed him to death with a sword, then fainted. Can't just stand by and watch now. So the guy plans to drag him into the cave, suck out the toxin. But after walking 2 steps, the guy returned to the alley. At this time, the jade pendant kept shining. The guy tried to touch the wall with his hand, unexpectedly passed through directly. Looking at the jade pendant on his chest, the guy realized that he could travel between the 2 worlds at will from here. Then he quickly passed through the wall and came to the cave. At this time, the princess was unconscious due to severe poisoning. If not treated, life is in danger. So the guy took the princess to 8th Jade Cottage, ready to suck the poison out of her body. But just after a couple of sips, the princess woke up. She thought the guy was up to no good. Turn around and kill him. The guy hurried lie explained that he was just detoxifying. Due to too much movement, the wound split. The princess fainted again. The 2 almost had a close contact. This scene was just seen by the princess' men. Immediately arrested the guy and wanted to behead him. Before figuring out what was going on, the guy was thrown into the dungeon. The general had a bad idea. Let him admit that he is Aspie from the enemy country. The guy knows that if he admits it, he will die, so would rather die than sign. At this time, the princess arrived in time. This saved the guy from suffering. For the sake of saving her life, the princess decided to spare his life, but the general didn't agree. Insist that the guy is Aspie of Cowman from the enemy country. Through the conversation between the 2, the guy realized that Cowman led 100,000 troops to trap El State in the city. Now the food is about to run out. If drag on El State will run out of ammunition and food and seed land to surrender. After figuring out the matter, the guy immediately said that he had a way to solve the food crisis. There is no better way now. The princess decided to treat the dead horse as a living horse and let him try. So take the guy to see the emperor. After the 2 left, the general revealed his true colors. It turned out that he planned it all. Wanted to assassinate the princess to create chaos. Then take the opportunity to cooperate with the cow army and take El State. Didn't expect a sudden obstacle.